is Edie. Big Edie, if you can hear me, would you please tell your daughter we are waiting?
Edie, where are you, woman? You're late. They're waiting for you, you know.
Mother says I'm late. She says I'm always late. Now that we are all here, there's something we need to discuss.
Excuse me, but before you begin, I have a question. I can't understand what I'm doing here with all of you. Well, I'm no celebrity. I'm embarrassed to admit my viewership for famous interviews is painfully
non-existent, small,
modest, undersized,
pathetic,
dumb,
Select.
let's just say limited, shall we? Anyway, of course, not being exactly a spring chicken, I have become
experienced,
ripe, infirm,
feeble,
Methuselah.
hoary, H-O-A-R-Y, as in ancient.
No need to spell it out, I get you.
I think the word you're looking for is old.
No. Well, sadly, perhaps just un petit peu d'each. But as doleful as that may be, and it is très doleful, it is beautiful to experience the many and various phases life has to offer, n'est-ce pas? Certainly beats crossing over to here. And if this is me fate, so be it. But my career hasn't achieved the vast acclaim and notoriety of all of yours. Some more notorious than others. Surely I haven't earned an elevated place here with all of you. So again I ask, why am I here?
Well, perhaps when the murderer is revealed, we will discover the answer to your question.
Are you saying, just between you and I,
prepositional phrases, Mary? Learn to use them correctly, for heaven's sake. I could just kill you when I hear you butcher the English language. As I've told you countless times, just between you and me is the proper phrase.
Class.
Now, no more questions until I have finished. 2 out of the ordinary things that happened in Mary's kitchen this morning have already been discussed. Betty's debut in a teacup, and Mary being flashed by Divine.
I didn't flash her, I appeared in a flash.
Yes, I know. And no more interruptions. While you were all having your chin fest by Limbo Lake, I was busy fine-tuning the true elucidator. By capturing the photon trails beamed into the ether from the scene of the so-called crime, and then focusing and recording them into the true elucidator's plasma composition display crystal, I managed to produce a complete visual recreation of today's events. Betty did indeed appear in Mary's teacup, as you can all see. She claims it was to amuse herself. Or was she seeking revenge for when Mary made her cry by sticking her finger into the sore spot created by her estranged daughter, B.D.? If so, that might explain why she tried to throw me off course by suggesting Divine was responsible for Mary's demise. Divine did appear in a blinding flash of light.
I admitted that doesn't mean I killed her.
Divine, eat something and keep quiet till I'm finished. Though you didn't realize it, your flash was created by the rupturing of the interdimensional plane, which rips when disturbed by large gravitational forces. In this case, your amplitude was the catalyst. But as we know, Betty and Divine were not Mary's only visitors. each and every one of you was there. May, you were in the sugar bowl.
You know, I had a sweet tooth is all. Needed something to suck on.
Or were you perhaps trying to poison the sugar to get back at Mary for her interview?
Poison ain't my style. Besides, it was a swell interview, except for that one little tit for tat.
What? Edie, you were out the window, perhaps looking to avenge Mary's insinuating someone was taking care of Big Edie.
Nobody took care of her. I took care of her.
Yes, of course you did. Calm down, we all saw the movie. And Katharine, you suffered insult after insult during your interview, but the coup de grace was when Mary asked if you were a lesbian. No one could blame you for wanting revenge. I'm surprised you didn't kill her on the spot. You appeared in the mirror. And speaking about questions of sexuality, Carol, maybe you resented Mary for asking about your virtually chaste marriage to Charles Lowe. You were in the spoon.
She was in the sugar bowl, she was in the spoon. What is this, a goddamn Disney cartoon? Who's in the pot? Angela Lansbury? Is she here? Is she here?
And Joan. Mary ruffled your feathers by bringing up Edgar's suicide.
No, the real capital offense were those imitation Prada heels she had on.
Stop using dangling prepositions. It's not those imitation Prada heels she had on, but those imitation Prada heels on her.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't be correcting you again if you had listened to me and shut up until I'm finished. Joan made her surreptitious appearance by the kettle. Excuse me, may I ask a question? If it's true that someone here is responsible for my demise and quel fromage for that, how is it they were all here when I arrived? They could easily simultaneously transition with you.
Well, I can't see how anyone here could be so angry they'd commit murder over a silly little talk show.
Silly little talk show
That nobody watched.
Or cared about.
Or ever heard of.
Or would waste their time viewing.
I can see why someone would murder her perfectly clear. But we all left when we had enough of her stupid questions.
True. We were all free to leave if she crossed the lines of decency, which of course she did, repeatedly. Well, I thought it was a very nice interview. Very nice indeed. Asking me about my daughter was a perfectly natural thing to do. Barbara Walters asked about BD as well, and I didn't kill her, did I? No, I didn't. So Truman, do tell us, who killed Mary Pozah?
You are all guilty
Of murder?
of breaking limbo law by going down there without permission.
Blah, 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 blah. Are you going to tell us who killed her or not? Or maybe you don't even know.
But I do. All of you. And none of you.
How can that be?
This is preposterous. We'll never get out of limbo. Christ. I mean, Moses, Abraham, the Jews even have limbo? What do you mean all of us did it? Surely it could be only one, and she's right there, looming large.
Drop dead, Betty.
But I am dead, Divine. I am.
Not dead enough. All you normals make me sick.
Or perhaps her son did do it. I bet she choked to death on those lifelike false teeth. Truman, if all these blighters did it and none of these bellends did it, Then how in bloody hell did it happen?
The answer is quite simple, Mary. No one killed you because you are not dead. QED, you were not murdered. All of them did it because they all appeared simultaneously in your kitchen, causing microphoton flashes of energy, imperceptible to the naked eye, which disoriented and unsteadied you. But it was Divine's grand and obtrusive entrance in a blinding strobe of ripped interdimensional plasmas only she could create with her gravity-bending presence that caused you to lose control of your motor functions and tripped you into a seizure. After collapsing, you all assumed she was dead and fled the scene, all but our kind-hearted vegetarian companion, who thoughtfully ushered her temporarily dispatched detached spirit here with us.
Well, the poor thing, she just couldn't see where she was going.
How biblical. The blonde leading the blind.
Well, who's blind? I can see very well.
I think she meant you, the blonde. Either way, you apparently can't see well enough to tell dead from alive.
So what are you saying? This dame's alive?
Yes, even if you can't see it, you can smell it.
I told you it was B.O.
Sure ain't Chanel number 69.
Rather funky, I think. Well, something does reek, but not Mary. You smell your own rat shit, bitch. I hate to interrupt this little love fest, but well, if I'm alive, then how do I get back into my own body?
You'd go back to that? For God's sake, now's your chance. Pick another one, any other one.
Actually, I think you'd be back in the land of the living right now if it weren't for the collective magnetic force of your former guests keeping you here in their orbit by sucking up your gauge bosons.
By sucking me what?
Your bosons.
I didn't realize they had that kind of power.
It ain't what you're thinking. They're the quantum cosmic energy particles souls are made of, or something like that.
That's correct. Now, I believe if we all disperse, you will be released and free to reunite with your anatomy.
Oh, reunited. It feels so good.
Well, thank you, Truman, and thank you all of you for all of your help. And thank you especially, Carol, for being so kind and considerate in leading me to this asylum.
You want to talk crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy. When the doctor tells you he's putting you under, but doesn't say he means 6 feet under. Now that's crazy. What? Too soon?
Oh, honey, it was my pleasure to help. Just summon me if you ever again find yourself dispirited. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, everyone. Hello, Daddy. Well, hello, Daddy.
That snitching bitch got her wings.
She earned them with kindness. And now, this inquiry is adjourned.